Hello, everybody or anybody. I have with me my friend Gerald from Tarot Stash.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you would keep an eye for me to see when this pops, because when I set it up, I used an old graphic and I re-edited from a previous one. And I thought, gee, am I starting a new one or am I editing an old one? But it let me change the date. So I don't know.
We're live.
We are?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And because Ben just commented, pop.
Oh, good. Good. Oh, Ben is there? Oh, hey, Ben. I sent you a message, Ben. Is there any chance you want to join us?
We're being silly.
We're going to be a little silly for April Fools. If you, I will send you the link if you would like to join us. And do you want me to, should I send it in the chat or in the Facebook message?
Send it in chat. He'll get it faster because he said, yes, I'm free.
Okay. That should be, let me see if I think this is right.
There you go.
Let me know if that's complete and works correctly. Hey, Maria. I got to be careful. I know. Are you drinking anything today?
I'm having iced coffee. But I have it's mostly water at this point because I've had my 3.5 quarts of water this morning already, and I've been adding water to my coffee. But I will have coffee this afternoon because I'm going to be doing yard work.
I did. Oh, hey, Jamie. I considered having an iced drink this morning, but it was a little bit chilly in here. Today we're projected to go up to 70 degrees and down to 40 or below that tonight. So it's just like crazy. I guess spring is here, kind of, but it's drizzly outside, and so I made hot black violet tea, but I love this new cup. It's an insulated cup with a sippy top on it, but I have to be careful because since it's insulated, when you first pour it in, if you drink right away, you're apt to burn yourself.
Yeah.
Let me welcome another little surprise person into the. Oh,
hello!
Oh my goodness!
I've gone. I know. I've gone down a dark hole and gone gothic.
I thought maybe you were just in from partying all night in a club.
It's been a long night, guys.
You're filming something, aren't you?
I was, yes. So, April Fool's.
Yeah.
How are you both? Are you okay?
Great.
Good.
Want to welcome Maruda and Jane and Jamie. Jane loves your look.
Loving the look, Gerald.
Oh, you got a bald cap. That's perfect.
That was me this morning, Gerald, to be fair.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Jane the Seeker says she loves your look.
Oh, thank you, Jane. Yeah.
Jane is here. Hello.
I don't have anything silly that I want to wear. Well, since it's sort of coming to be spring, and we could get a little devilish today. This is a little bit schoolboy devil spring cap or something.
There you go.
I like it, Robin. It suits you.
So,
in the comments.
So yeah, happy April Fool's Day to everybody. If you're feeling foolish, join in. Are you drinking anything, Ben?
I'm drinking Coke. There's no vodka in it. Well, not yet.
Yeah, well, it's still early there.
Is that vintage Coke glass? It looks.
No, actually, it's a pint. It's a Carling pint glass that we have over here. I think I don't know. I must have brought this home one night by accident, but I kind of like it. So yeah.
You mean you just walked out of the bar and took it with you?
I have been known to do that by accident.
Wow.
Like take the drink to the next, which is naughty, I know. But you know, when you're in the throes of having fun, it's just, you know, you carry the drinks with you, don't you?
Wow.
So, yeah.
I was thinking the other night, I was watching a commercial on TV where this guy has a little app on his phone that keeps popping up messages when he's about ready to leave the bar to tell him not to drive home. And it's a cute little commercial. And I got to thinking about it because I also watch a lot of videos with people who are van dwellers or live in their car or whatever. And they have to move every night to park somewhere else where they can spend the night because it's not legal to sleep in your van or your car just everywhere. There are only certain places. And I wondered whether you can legally do that in a bar's parking lot, because they don't really want you to overdrink or drive away and get into trouble that could bounce back on them. So I would think that one probably could and they wouldn't mind, although if you hadn't drank anything in their bar, they might not enjoy that too much.
Might not want you there in the first place, had they?
Well, if I were going to do that, maybe I'd pop in just for a nightcap after I'd pulled up. So I couldn't drive. I'd been drinking.
Love it. So what time is it over there for you guys? Is it like, are you in the morning over there?
You're in the middle of the.
It's 11. It's 11 a.m.
Have you just woke up, or have you guys just woke up? Are you late risers? No, you're early risers.
I kind of am. Are you in the middle of the afternoon, and did your time change yet or no?
Yes, it's changed. So we're back to 5 hours now, but it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4 o'clock. About 4 o'clock here. So
did I catch you in the middle of wanting to go out and party or do something?
No, I saw your message about half an hour ago, actually, and I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll go for a bit of a gothic look, because I've been dying to try out this gothic look. And I thought, well, I haven't used my eyeliner, so I thought I'll go a little bit gothic. And I'll go for the gothic look. Of course, this look doesn't work without hair, so I had to get the wig out as well and get the hair on. But I messaged you, but I think it was a little bit late, so you probably didn't get it, guys. But you said in your message, didn't you, that you were going to go live? So
I bet it does work without hair, but when you're without hair, you usually have a baseball cap on, and that might not work.
No, I don't think it would look good with baseball cap, would it? I think it would look a bit strange.
Hey, Robin, Jamie answered you about your question about the drinking and all of that stuff. So
nope. If you have your keys on you and you get in your car, even with the intent to sleep, what's DUL mean?
DUI.
DUI.
You get a driving under the influence.
Driving, just like sleeping in your car? Really?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Well, so you have to have somebody physically take you out of there and take you somewhere. Oh,
don't know.
Thing. It doesn't matter, Maruta, depending on the state. Okay.
I wonder if that's the same here, actually, in the UK.
Huh.
They're very strict about drink driving here as well, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know about that. Is Jamie interested in popping in with us?
I don't know. You could ask her, but it's early for her. She's 3 hours behind us.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know if you want Jamie in here without having at least 2 or 3 cups of coffee. No shade, Jamie. No shade. And
what are you trying to say, Gerald?
I'm saying it's safer for everyone if she has what she needs, and I'm not using my tiny hands. That's the point.
Fair enough. Are you trying to say we can't handle Jamie at this time in the morning?
I think maybe she can't handle us at this time of the morning.
She said no shade
Okay.
taken. Okay, good.
Fair enough.
Well, let me know. Yeah, I have nothing on my plate today except this new deck we could talk about. Well, I was.
Well, and Ben is just, you just put up another video about releasing some decks, removing them from.
Oh, yes. Another load of decks have been removed from the collection and ready to sell. But I'm always interested in hearing about new decks if you've got a new deck, guys. But I'm just being very considered. I'm actually taking your advice now, Gerald, and purchasing responsibly, which I've never done. So
no, me. This is more in the realm of a non-promotion than a you need. This is more like you don't need this versus you need this. Yeah. So I think you're safe. I hadn't had any decks since I'm going to watch your thing later. I've watched the other couple. I hadn't had any decks since Christmas other than backups or other versions of stuff.
You haven't had any decks? Okay, decks. That's not what I heard.
Yeah. My diction isn't that unclear.
Your what?
My diction.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not addicted either.
This is already going down the toilet. Go on.
Maybe you're wanting to go with that. So I haven't had any new acquisition.
Look, I'm ribbed for your pleasure.
Oh, yes.
Since Botox there. Nothing since Christmas. Except I did get the plastic version of my blonde old fellow, and I really like it a lot. I feel guilty. I feel like I'm cheating on my linen deck by replacing it with the plastic deck. And it's weird. It's sort of more comfortable to handle. Yeah. But even so, it's slicker, and it like I know in my mind it's plastic. So even though it doesn't look like plastic or it's not overly jumpy, it doesn't feel as heartfelt or something. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like paper versus plastic. It's like.
Is this the one from NPC playing cards, Robin?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I know. Is it the mini one you've got? Because I didn't realize they'd done the blonde one.
Yeah,
it's they did the blonde one in the. Yes, it's bridged, isn't it?
Call it bridge size, but it's a little larger.
Yeah. And I've seen you use that deck. It's not one that I'm drawn to. So.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's a whole lot of wind blowing right now. We've got a wind warning, high winds, until 6 p.m. my time, which is 11 p.m. Ben's time, or 3 p.m. Jamie's time. So if I suddenly disappear, it's they've confused me with the Wicked Witch of the West, and I'm riding a bicycle or something. Like that.
You have a basement?
I do.
Okay.
Do you?
Well, where else do I keep the bodies?
No, I've heard it said that if you don't have a basement, go jump in your bathtub, and I'm thinking, what good does that do?
It's not any deeper, that's for sure, is it?
Well, yeah, tornado warnings. It's you're also supposed to stand, hashtag for entertainment purposes only, stand above in a doorway, a strong doorway, so that's not going to fall.
That makes more sense. But I'm thinking if you're in the bathtub, depending on what kind it is, there's nothing really to grip on. I mean, if it's like an old lion claw, when you might be able to grip onto the edge of the tub. Otherwise, when the roof goes, you'll just be snatched right out of the tub by the tornado. So I don't know.
They might say that also because it's a smaller room in a house.
Uh-huh.
Do you normally put a mattress over the bathtub? Does that protect you? Like, that's what I
maybe
heard.
I don't know. That. I don't know.
No. I don't know where I got that from.
I'm sort of surprised that a lot of places don't have basements or cellars or some kind of something slightly below ground.
We don't tend to here, to be honest. We don't have basements much over here. Although the odd old house has a basement, but
But I've never heard of a tornado in the UK, though. Do they
no,
happen?
no, we've had earthquakes, and I think the last earthquake we had, I thought I thought it was a poltergeist because I woke up in the middle of the night and the whole room was shaking. I was like, because we don't get them, and it's really scary when we do get them. And actually, I say
What,
shaking.
poltergeists?
I
Poltergeists
thought
are really scary, or earthquakes?
both.
Okay.
But we had an earthquake here. It was only like, I think about 0.6 or something. It wasn't very big. But when we get an earthquake here, we think the world's ended because we're not used to them. So yeah,
We need a earthquake scale for tarot decks. Like if it's, what number is it if it shakes only half the decks off your shelves?
Oh God, well, I've had a huge tornado on my shelves, so and that's me going through. But yeah, you're right there, Robin. I think that would be a good idea.
So, I don't know if I said it already. I've got this insulated cup with my tea in it, and I'm wary of burning my tongue or my mouth by drinking too soon out of it. It's like you never can get this right. Simon got this little. I thought it was a great idea. He got this mug that sets on top of a little stand that holds a tea light, because if you're chatting along, drinking, not drinking very quickly, your drink gets cold.
Yeah.
And so it'll keep it warm. But the problem is, the less liquid you got in it as you go, the hotter it gets, because that is the remaining liquid. And so he's burned his mouth on the liquid being too low, whereas mine would be at the beginning of it where it's too hot. I guess I should take the top off and let it get some air to cool down, maybe.
I actually saw one place where it depends upon the kind of tea, because tea drinking is very very specific. Some teas, you have to have your water at a certain temperature because you don't want to burn the tea or something. And the suggestion is you boil water, but then you put in an ice cube, and then you pour the hot water or the boiling water over the ice cube, and that allows it to get at the proper temperature. But
I actually did that last time I made tea, and I didn't pour more over it, but it was just one cube, and it melted fairly quickly, and then it was just kind of perfect temperature. So I probably should have done that. But anyway, enough about that.
So you got a new deck and you were going to show us, or?
No, it's so what happened was I felt the compulsion. You guys have experienced this, I'm sure, that I haven't had a deck in a while. I need something to reinvigorate my reading, and I can't seem to do it without the aid of some new cards,
Yeah.
So I go searching online, and I see these decks that normally I might have given more time and consideration before buying, but it was like my biggest concern was price. So I saw several decks, and I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I might go for that. How much is it? And usually I don't care about that. Usually it's like, if I love a deck, I don't care what the price is. I got the money right now, I'll go for it. Yeah. But this one I thought, well, it's going to be sold entirely on how much is it going for at the moment? And the list price was $29.95, and I thought, I don't think I'd buy it for this deck. But it was from Hay House, and I've never bought a deck from Hay House, and it was on sale. And online through their website, it was $17.99. I thought, oh, that's doable. If it's around or under 20, yeah, maybe. What the heck? I'll buy the deck. That's my little card. What the heck? I'll buy the deck. To which Gerald will hold up his other card about knowing your
I'm not going to say anything. You do you, dude.
So, but I thought, but the thing is, part of the reason I want this deck is it appeals to me here and now. I don't want to wait days, and have my mood change or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I checked on Amazon, and it was $21.95, and I thought, well, that's still doable for me. $29, no. $30,
Yeah.
no. But $21.95, okay, what the heck? I'll buy the deck. So I pushed the button. I bought the deck. It came the very next day, which I was thrilled about.
You're fancy.
I wish it was something that, then and there they could transmit it through the lines to your home. I think we're moving in that
No.
direction. But, or, outside the window, some little stork could bring it and drop it, or a drone.
They need like a Star Trek thing, don't they? What do they call them?
Transporter.
Oh, that's it, a transporter.
I remember them talking about deliveries by drones, but I've never seen any. I thought we were going to soon have the skies filled with all these little machines with Amazon packages tacked
Give
to
it
them,
20
but-
years, Robin. I reckon we could be there.
Yep. Hi, Donna. Hi, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Which Donna?
Donna Riedler.
Oh, hi. I can't even. Oh, there she is. So anyway, I went ahead and I ordered this thing. It's brightly colored, and I actually thought of Gerald when I saw it, because the only other deck I have that's that brightly colored is the Spectro Whirl. And this one doesn't have as much variety in color. There's a more limited color. But anyway, it's called the Gentle Thrills Tarot by Lisa Bennett. It's one of those big knocker of a boxes. It's got a thumb thing on it, so you can get the top off, but it's really tight. And the inside is kind of fun. It's sort of a fun looking deck. The guidebook, it's got a guidebook which is absolutely useless. I mean, this is designed for newcomers to tarot that don't do any work at all and are completely happy with a single keyword for each card.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like cute little book. It's got black and white illustrations inside, and then you've got a keyword for upright and a keyword for reverse. So tell me a card in the deck you'd like to know their keywords for.
The star.
And Robin, Lisa is here. Lisa Niedermeyer, and I actually put the link into the chat, which is your Gentle Thrills flip through. If people want to watch it later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oops, I skipped.
And Jane wants to know if you are doing makeup videos, Ben.
Well, I can only do this look, Jane, and actually I struggle doing this look. So it would look like clown makeup because I can't actually apply makeup very well. So I could only do the eyes. But you never know. It could be a branch out, couldn't it? Maybe we should do a live on makeup, guys, and see how we get on. Beginner makeup sessions.
That's a possibility.
Get tarot sachet on.
Tara Sachet, yes, and her cousin.
And her
cousin. During the brief time I did drag in the mid-90s, and I didn't have a place to get ready, I actually had put my drag on sitting at a bar, and then I'd run into the solo men's room and put on the brassiere and the wig and the dress and everything.
What was your drag name then, Robin?
Well, at the time it was a Marshmallow Surprise, but I changed it.
Marshmallow Surprise.
Yeah, it was kind of like the Marshmallow Rice Krispies treats, except I wasn't very crispy. I did white face, so it was very marshmallowy, and I was rather pudgy. I see. I'm going to keep her waiting a little bit.
Whoa!
Until I finish my story. So, later on, I went through a range of them. One of them was chlorine bleach with a T in the bleach and 2 E's, and chlorine with 2 E's in it, chlorine bleach. And then I finally, after I was done, I thought, oh, if I go back to this, I look more like Madge Potato than any of those. And I thought, I like that, Madge Potato. But I haven't gone back to drag. Okay, let me bring her in. Hey there, Snorty. I'm so glad you. I thought I thought you might still be in your pajamas.
I am.
What time is it there?
8:30.
8:30.
Oh wow, that is early.
But I've
I don't-
driven. I've worked like 15 days in a row or something. So
What time do you get up so early?
I get up at 5:30 every morning,
Oh my God.
but not today. This one over here woke me up.
Oh,
I'm using my regular size hands to show the gasp. I'm so sorry. I got up early today and I messaged Jamie because I saw something funny for the anniversary of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, that annoyed the piss out of me, Gerald. It's like,
yeah. And it had, let me see if I can find the picture.
So you guys know Pink Floyd and the Prism, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So they did their 50th anniversary album thing.
And they did that.
Right? That's totally Pink Floyd.
That is
and
very
everybody was like, oh, you're dating yourself. Remove the gay pride flag. Do this, do that. And it's like, guys, they've been around before that.
Yeah.
This has been around before Ben was born. This was back when Robin was doing drag.
Well, it doesn't look quite like that. I mean, when I see that in that small picture on the screen, it looked to me like mice had taken a bite out of a pyramid of cheese. But now I see what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. It's like, holy crap.
It's like, come on, guys. Look at it. Actually, look at it.
Those are on the original album, aren't they? Anyway, those colors. So
yeah.
Yeah, but they're not vertical. They're like they go off to the side.
Yeah, they go like that. Mm-hmm.
I probably would have done it slightly different, but I don't know.
Like Candy, Soul, and Soil.
I might have slapped a 50 on their old logo.
Yeah.
Hey, Candy. Oh, so anyway, sorry to change. Did you? Was there more to that joke, or was just a debate over that?
It was freaking annoyance because this is what the original looked like.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So come on.
Not my favorite of their albums, but it's a stunning, iconic image for.
It definitely, and I have to say, this was the first CD that I bought for me. When my dad got a CD player, I bought him a Mannheim Steamroller, and then I bought me Dark Side of the Moon.
You're that young?
Yeah. Huh?
I thought it would be a record player.
No. When my dad got a CD player, that was the first CD that I bought. Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Robin's crushing his head. He's lost control.
It's itching me like crazy, and since Jamie's not wearing a funny hat, I'm going to take mine off. I like to show these things off, but they itch the hell out of my scalp, so I can't wear them very long. I was going to say, when CDs came in, I was thrilled at the idea, but I was buying a lot of independent label stuff at the time, and I thought, going to be just mainstream for quite a while. I said, I'm not going to buy a CD until something in my vein comes out.
Right.
I still buy CDs though, do you guys, or do you stream it now? Because I'm still stuck in the 90s when it comes to CDs.
I still do CDs because I have a CD player in my car.
Yeah. I prefer buying CDs.
I bought 2 CDs in the last 5 years, maybe.
Oh,
I don't buy.
It wasn't one of them a collection of your music, Robin?
No, those were gifted to me. No, okay. I bought the latest Bananarama album because they're hard to find, and the other one was by. I just bought one maybe 3 weeks ago by Gina Birch. It's a solo album by one of the members of the Raincoats, but probably none of you are old enough to remember the Raincoats.
I know the Raincoats. I actually have a CD here.
So the CDs, I think, was like Bruce Springsteen and who knows what, something in the mainstream. And then this album by Virginia Astley came out. Virginia Astley and Ryuichi Sakamoto, which you probably won't know. But anyway, that's something I had on vinyl. I thought, that's it, I'm in. And then I think the second one was Public Image Limited's album called Album. I think it was called CD. It was either like album or vinyl and cassette, and they kept changing the title of it, but the graphic was the same.
Yeah.
So then I was in, after that. It was 82, 84, something like that.
Yeah. In 21, I was in the position to buy a new car, and they didn't have the car that I wanted with the options on the lot. So I ordered the car from the factory, and one of my requirements is it had to have CD player. And they still offer them, but they were quite hesitant, even at the factory. They're like, it's not what people do anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't give two shits what people do anymore. I want a CD player in my car, and I want really good speakers. Yeah. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, Gerald and I just bought a CD the other night, each of us, for $2.49 of this Celtic fusion music that is just off the charts and amazing from the early 90s.
I love physical media though, because I like to have to look at the picture sleeve and things like that. And
I like the liner notes.
Yeah, and it's a shame you don't get that, do you, when you just stream it? I like to have the physical
like
thing.
the big art on the old vinyl, but I was all for the CDs when they arrived. I'm one of those people that never knew when it was time to change the needle on your record player until you had already ruined your record. And so I got to buying multiple copies of favorite albums just so I'd have a backup when I destroyed the one I was listening to. And with CDs, I never had to worry about that, because I'm not one that scuffs and scoots them around on the floor, and like some people are reckless with this
vinyl gets warped as well, doesn't it, in like hot heat? It can warp the record content.
Yes, Ben. Yeah, I worked at a library where we had LPs, and if you leave them in a hot car with the windows up, they get wobbly. Yes.
Yeah, I put a penny on my needle to play my old records.
Yeah, I used to put a penny or a nickel or something. I remember Led Zeppelin 2 in Whole Lotta Love. There was a bump, near the beginning with the drums and the bass.
Yep.
Jump right off the record every time. And I had to like put money on, put your money down. But I was so ticked off when they went from CDs to streaming. After the 2000s, I felt like this is sort of the death of music industry, because, when they had streaming, then it was like sort of back to the old days when you'd only buy a 45, a single, or not a whole album.
Yeah.
Because a lot of and I just kind of go and listen sometimes on YouTube to a new release. It's like, I don't buy them streaming anymore. I feel like I'm not getting the full product or art or anything. It's something I know I want to hear over and over again and look at and handle and hold. I'll look to see if there's a CD online to buy. But
vinyl's coming back again though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it is, and releases.
Why I want it to come back.
Well, and like Lisa said, is there's something about hearing the full story of forward to end, and it's like, okay.
I'm all for them releasing it all across the board on multiple mediums. It's like, you have a new album, go ahead and stream it, but let me have it on vinyl, cassette, CD, so I can choose what I want. That's like decks too. It's like, don't make me just pick an oversized card on a card stock I don't want. I wish there was kind of a la carte ordering or something. Let me finally get back to this card that you asked to see.
It was the Star, correct?
Yeah, these cards are a little oversized, not overly oversized, but they're too big for me. And these are the backs, and I'm not sure how I feel about the backs.
They're shiny whinies.
They're
They
very
are
shiny.
shiny, very glossy. And the back is slipperier than the front for some reason, slightly. It's the coating, but I don't know. Anyway, this is the star, which I think is kind of a boring card, but it is colorful. And the majors all have this sort of triangle zigzag border on them.
Mhm.
So the full page interpretation of this card in the booklet is about a 2-inch black and white image of the thing, and the upright meaning is purpose. And then you flip the book over, and the reversal meaning is hopelessness. So I tell you, that's all you're getting out of this book.
Pretty basic then.
You get a whole book full of images and 2 words each, which is just like ridiculous to me. So, like I said, if you're a newcomer to tarot, you don't want to do any work at all, and you want to put all your hopes in a single word for a card, maybe it's for you, but I don't know why they bothered, really. I just...
Yeah.
That's too bad.
I think if I were going to do that, I wouldn't have done a book. I would have just done an extra card with words on it, or a PDF that you can go online and get your word.
Or actually put the word on the card.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. That would be more helpful for somebody if you're going to do just a one word.
So this is, as I described it in my walkthrough, this is a heads and pips deck, because all the people cards in it, they're all women, but they all are close-up portraits, and sometimes there are hints of what you might find symbolically in the card around the head somewhere. And then the other ones are mostly pip kind of related. But I do love the attitudes on the cards. They're like they're more like drag queens than women, actually. I mean, they're just, they all have these like, pursed lips and heavy eyeshadow, or just, hoity-toity expressions.
It's very stylized.
But I love my stylized decks. I'm not as big on realism. It's like, if it's got style to it, I'm there.
Yeah.
I bought this, like I said, because of the price and the availability, and it might entertain me for a reading or two. But I didn't think that it was going to be a deck I would be going back to time and again to look at.
So do you like it then, Robin? Is it a deck that you like? What? Do you think you use it?
I just described it. Some of the cards are fun. Here's the Emperor, and I like her.
It reminds me of the Saki Tarot a little bit. That
I think somebody did describe it that way, and I looked at that. I like this. It's hard to read them too, because they're the pip ones don't have. You have to kind of guess by the border. Like, this is the border for the wands, which are these skinny lines.
So and that's the lovers, is it? Oh, it's the one. Sorry.
Wands.
Okay.
So it's a little castle.
What's on top of that mountain?
Yeah, that's interesting, because at first glance it's like, what am I seeing?
Yeah.
I'm like, do I need to put a bald cap on?
In that? Yeah, was that what kind of flower is that? Oh, I love the lily of the valley, though.
Yeah, that's my birth flower.
And there's some other plant. There's a lot of plant. Oh, the wands suit is all plants. Oh, this I love too. This is the high priestess, and she looks very, very sort of like, I love the side eye, and it's like she knows that she knows it all, and there's her books. So, and she's got a little flower there. Oh, same castle on the hill. That's interesting.
It's missing its top, though.
It's missing its spire.
Yeah, that's spire.
It's I love her little spit curl on the side there.
I can totally see the high priestess giving side eye.
She looks like she's giving shade. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, check the nails.
Yeah.
Ace of
fine.
Wands. The flowers are kind of pretty. I mean, they're really colorful, but
Mhm.
I think I might even be distracted by the flowers if I were to do a reading. It's like, what is this? Well, this is the Ace of Swords, but there's more flowers in it. 2 flowers.
So what drew you to the deck then, Robin?
The bright colors, the cheeriness. I was thinking spring, which is why I brought it up today. I mean, April showers, which is drizzling out, bring May flowers. And I thought, oh, this is
Okay.
colorful. This is thinking towards springtime.
Yeah.
I love this card. This is very pretty. Wands, but I don't know what it is.
And
3
you
of
did a
Wands.
walkthrough of this earlier?
It's, yeah.
Yes.
This is my card, the 3 of Wands. So
It's pretty.
a sun with pink rays. See, I just thought somehow this might appeal to Gerald.
Does it appeal to you, Gerald?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
maybe
Sorry.
only because of the colors, but I think Spectral World did a much better job with bright colors than for this one. This one, I think for me, it's just the faces are funny and
That
interesting.
looks like Morticia Adams.
Yes, it does.
This one, yeah, that's Justice. I like how she's got her arms crossed, like there's a
Yeah.
scale in one and a sword in the other.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won't show them all to you, but I mean, if there are any other single cards you want to see, I will show you. But I just thought I guess what I'm trying to bring up is the topic of foolishness and color for spring. So if any of you have a new deck that falls into either of those categories of silliness, foolishness, springtime colors, time to wake up out of hibernation. What's that?
It's a
That looks-
beautiful, lovely bag.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Is-
hi, Kristen Louise.
That looks like a Spectral World bag.
Well, funny, that's what was in it. And but I decided that with that whimsical and colorful that I wanted my radical abundance in it.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I like it.
Because it's colorful and crazy. And
Can you hold them a little closer to the
my
camera?
camera won't help you.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah, I can. Okay, walrus.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, they're fun and they're full of joy. And that's what this bag reminds me of, is a bunch of joy.
And it's like it's an oracle, right? Or
It is
something.
whatever you want it to be, sir.
Hey, Robin,
Yeah.
have you looked down recently?
Oh no, who do we got here? Oh, looky there. Queen,
Oh, my favorite.
Hello, my lovely.
Hey.
Happy April.
How are you, darling?
I'm very well, very well. I've just been cleaning the shower out, you know.
Oh, lovely.
Like that.
Lovely.
So I thought I must come on and say hello, 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 hello.
hello.
And
Hello.
Andy the wildflower is here. Hi, Andy.
Hi.
Hello.
So, we're drinking now. Okay.
Oh, cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
I was just trying to shut up for a little bit and let you guys all get a word in edgewise, but now that there are 5 of us, I may not get a word in edgewise.
Robin, I was hanging off your every word, my lovely.
But any of you, please, I did open the floor to bright new silly decks if anybody wants to share.
Well, I haven't got anything new, but I've got something I'm getting rid of. Bear with.
Yeah, I
Well,
love it. Please contact Ben at beneficialtarot@gmail.
But it's very spring. I say that because of the backs, and it's the Awakened Soul.
Oh, yeah, I have that in my purgatory
Yeah.
box back there.
This is the only one I can think. But yeah, this is one I'm letting go of. But talking of colours, it's very colourful.
It is, isn't it?
But the cards are huge. So That's the only thing. Not easy to shuffle. Not that size matters, but you know, to most people anyway. So there you go. So
Why
that's
did you go with this one?
it's too big to be fair for me. But I don't use it, and that's the thing. I mean, to be honest, about 95% of my collection I don't use. So my new thing is, if I'm not using it, I'm not keeping it. So, but yeah.
Yeah, my thing is I can't seem to pair it with anything, and it doesn't work singularly very well.
No.
You know, because I have a card tray over here for one single card, you know, for a pull for the day for something Oracle. I usually do like the Radiant Crystal or something, because that has a lot to it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just never made it there.
No.
By the way,
there's nothing wrong with it.
Kim Moon Whisperer is here, as well as Allison Aries Girl Tarot. So
I just and I don't know Allison, so welcome. And Maruta's here.
Oh yeah, Maruta's been here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get sidetracked. Andy the Wildflower. I'm backing up. I'm glad Gerald's on top of these because I just missed them. Hello.
I was given specific instructions to give him a chance to see them first.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I gave you those instructions and then immediately forgot about it. It's funny, though, when Ben was talking about pulling out a deck that he's getting rid of, you got me thinking about, we should do one where we pull out decks from our purgatory boxes. And I just grabbed the first one I saw, and I have bags by my bed. I have the Gypsy Palace Tarot. This is I don't know if this is still in.
I don't know that one.
I think it's.
Robert, I have not heard of any of these decks that you're pulling out, I have to say.
Well, I buy all
eclectic, aren't you?
I tend to buy the weird,
what was your
obscure.
first clue?
I know Sandra has this one. It's very red, and it has multiple languages in a bright yellow bar at the bottom, which I don't like. But I couldn't trim the back because it's reversible. But
see, and that's I would totally trim that because I don't read the back of the decks.
I would cut that fucker right up.
Well, I kind of like the bright pop of yellow, but it's too much yellow, and I don't like multiple languages. And I was going to say, the English is the first language, so that might work, although I think it would put it too close to the edge of the card because they're tiny. But it's bright and colorful, and here's the Hanged Man.
I'm curious about that.
Well, I might negotiate with you outside of here, Gerald. Mostly, I don't get rid of my purgatory decks because it's a pain in the ass to shove them in a box, address it, and trek to the post office.
Well, that's why you should just buy, you get the flat rate. Here in the United States, Ben and Richie, we have flat rate boxes. It doesn't matter the weight they are, just so long as everything is in the box. That's
actually what I do, but I think they're about $10 a piece, and they still don't walk themselves to the post office.
They don't, but they probably pass a what do they call it? A bodega where you could get some coffee or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, true. Royal Mail here now, they've started something where they collect it from your door for you.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So which is really helpful.
I'm intrigued by that deck. But see, here's the thing that I've learned in the last year is I've learned that I enjoy what'd you do?
So
that card, it was just like all
contortion.
Nudeness alert.
It was not even that. I see gross things every day, and that just kind of weirds me out.
Yeah, look at the feet going the wrong. She's real contortionist. Oh my God, look at that one.
No. Just say no.
Guess. If you can guess which card that is, what does that look like to you? See, I'd say the Fool, but it's
I
not.
thought it was the World.
It's the
actually.
Magician, right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And you said the World, Ben?
Yeah, I thought the World, but no.
Mm-mm.
Star.
Star. What do you two think, Gerald, Jamie?
I don't know. Is that like the Queen of Wands or something?
Well, you're in the right suit.
So what, the ace?
It's the Ace of Wands.
Mm.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
ace?
Wow. How do you work that out?
Okay. See, now I have to say what I would be doing with this one. And by the way, I look really weird with this bald cap on. You know, I'm just like going, and I have the glasses over correctly, so it does look like I'm, you know, well, I'd be reassigning those images.
Okay.
I'd be changing them. You know, it's my deck. I can do whatever I want to it. And I just got a new box of 12 Sharpies in different colors. So I am all that.
What do you make of the Hierophant? He's unshaven and he looks like a real meanie.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very strange.
Well,
deck.
generally speaking,
So this is the Gypsy Palace Tarot by Nora Hushka. And I think she's from like, I don't know, one of those Slavic countries, but I don't know which one.
I would like to host, and I have to figure out how to do this. Readings with decks that I don't like, but I would call it something else. Oh, I drove Ben away.
I'll be right back.
Something, you know, it's like decks that, you know, purgatory decks or readings with decks that Richie and I talked about this briefly because it's about what happens if I read with them with other people. Does that help me to connect more to the deck?
Yeah. Decks that have challenged me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just noticed the face in this one. There's two eyes there and there,
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
but it's a
I'm
scene.
sorry, I'm not a fan of this. It's a bit spooky.
It is kind of creepy, isn't it? The wheel.
Sorry for anyone that's got this deck and loves it.
Oh, that's the wheel. Jeez.
Yeah, you can really see the face on camera.
yeah. And isn't that interesting? Sometimes when you see an image in a camera,
Mm-hmm.
You see different things. Ooh, Regina suggested the Dicey Decks challenge.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm writing that one down.
Mm.
That's a
That
good
makes
one.
it sound like I'd want to dice them up with an X-Acto knife. How to cut your deck.
Well, you have to use a guillotine. Use a good, you know, big.
Guillotine, a ruler, and lots of washi tape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's one for Jamie.
Nice. Except for I'm so sorry. I might get a little risque here. Except for that looks a little no,
Oh, yeah.
that is not for me.
She doesn't have those fingers folded in. Not
No,
exactly a French fist.
Hey, Robin, look down.
Oh my gosh. Where am I looking? Oh, it's below the screen. I have to scroll now to get extra windows in. Hi, Jane.
Oh, hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I just had to join the action.
Yes.
But how do you, this is the Four of Pentacles. So what do you make of that for the Four of she's holding up four fingers, but I don't know if you get pentacles out of it.
Yeah, it's not just that she's holding up four fingers, sir.
What's that other?
Wearing a glove.
Is this
Yeah,
actually a tarot deck?
We've broken Richie.
I've seen that on a sign that says you can't do that here. So there's a club in LA where it's generally a gay men's club, and then on Wednesday night it's a club for lesbians, right? But they have this big sign up of all of the things you cannot do within the club, and that would be one of them.
Hey, I just found the Gerald card.
Oh, good Lord.
no.
What does he have?
It's the 10 of Pentacles. Is that Gerald or not?
That does kind of look like him. And it's
Yeah.
his shirt.
How did
What
he
is
club?
He's looking his face there.
What are you hugging?
Yeah, what
I
is
don't
he?
know what I'm hugging. Am I hugging a dragon or a unicorn?
I
Or a
think he's
sloth?
dancing with a drag queen, I think. It looks very
Well,
bright.
that wouldn't be the first time.
Or the last.
That could be Tarot Stash and Tarot Sachet.
Yeah.
Yes,
There you go.
exactly.
A bit of
Apart-
self
So how
love.
come he gets this really cool groovy card and I get the fisting card? I don't understand.
You may have just answered your own question, Jamie.
I just don't understand.
People, they don't understand.
Wow.
I was thinking that was the 4 of Swords or 4 of Pentacles.
4 of Pentacles.
The 4 of Pentacles. I was thinking somebody was getting ready to do some hardcore cleaning.
Or proctologist exam.
Well, I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
I'll say it for you.
This one's sweet.
Oh, that looks like Ben.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Innocent.
Yeah.
It's the star.
It's not sweet. It's kind
Oh,
of
Kind of weird.
Creepy.
The red
Yeah.
horses. We think of this artist Franz Marc. I don't know if you know your art history. Is one of the Fauvists that
Oh,
used
yeah.
bright colors.
Hold the card still. You're
I
going
was
like
gonna say you're gonna give me seasickness, man.
hold it still.
Sorry.
There you go. Okay. But we're done with that one.
Okay. I didn't want to do a whole walkthrough. I'm just looking through now to see if I can find any other cards. Oh, this
I
one,
like what Donna said. The sound of a rubber glove snapping. It's like from Rocky Horror.
What I
here's
heard.
I found another Gerald card. This is him escaping away into the night.
Oh, see,
Oh,
he's
that's when
doing
the
the
lights come on
proctologist
at the
exam
bar.
too. I'm done now.
And I was just thinking it's me when the lights come up at the bar.
Yep,
Rainbow
After
coming at your ass.
escape.
Yep. Mhm.
walking out the door.
That's the what card?
The moon.
It's the moon card?
Can't you see the moon?
Kinda. Yeah. Interesting.
Well, and it's got one of those spiky doohickey. Did you
Like
see that?
you do.
Yeah.
Weird.
What do you mean, Spiky? The
Yeah, right there. It's a spiky doohickey thing.
The blue one. The
the
blue
blue.
thing.
Oh,
The amoeba.
star. Looks like a star.
Oh, it looks like a
No,
sea
no,
dollar.
it really doesn't.
Yeah.
Looks like a spiky club.
Looks like a wind machine, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could be that too.
It does appear to be on some kind of a stalk or a pole or something.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
Like one of
it's the
those things you have as a kid, isn't it, where you blow? Do you
it's the
remember them?
magic wand that Gerald left
Yeah,
at the
where you
bar.
blow.
It's like a sea mine or something like that. It looked like.
Oh, and Donna says it's Gerald saying, "Follow me. I know a place that's still open."
All right.
That's a good spin.
That's a good spin.
This one might be Jane.
I'll take it. What is it? And who's that creepy guy behind me?
Wait.
Behind you.
Don't
Uh,
accept so quickly.
The Two of Wands.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna reach out for a feel. It looks like.
Is that like in one of your horror movies, Ben? You see that, it's like Chucky.
Yeah. Yes. These cards make no sense to me at all.
Yeah,
I mean, it's even a tarot deck.
that's why it's in my purgatory box.
Hi, Jezree. Hi, Jessica.
Let me
We're
see.
being silly. Be ready.
Look, we're at the hour mark. I'm gonna go a little longer if y'all don't mind. Okay, nude warning. This is the Queen. Queen of Wands gets out.
Oh wait, that's not like this.
I dread to think, what's this about?
What the hell's wrong with her boobs?
What's
There.
that?
They look a little flattened, don't they? Something going on there.
Hmm.
I don't see
think
any.
she's naked. I think she has a top on with little special things.
Oh, could be.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow.
I have to say I'm curious about this deck because it's so weird
yeah.
that it's like it intrigues me, and I could it'd probably be one of those decks that for me would give like really gentle, meaningful, readings or something like that.
I think I found Candy. It looks like her face to me with the wild hair.
Hold it
Becoming
still.
one with nature, and
Yes.
Oh yes, Candy's always out in nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep, playing with
Sure.
dragons.
The really sweet lady gets the really sweet card. The rest of us get,
I got a creature behind me.
We haven't found Richie yet. Where's
I was going to
Richie?
say, I'm quite
Yeah, where's Richie?
I haven't found me
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, where's Richie?
No, we're dragging you down with us, Richie.
By the way, Brian
Everyone.
Blush Nerd Tarot is here. Hi, Brian.
Hi, bro.
Brian.
Right.
Ben, do you recall our Jack-o'-lantern live together?
Yes, I do. The frogs.
Hard for you.
The
I
frogs
bet
have
that frog is
returned.
popular.
It's the gag reflex card, Ben.
I don't want to hear that story. I don't think.
I was,
There's a card.
someone's being very quiet next to me.
I think it's the 8 or 10 of wands or something, and there are all these little frogs at the bottom with
Yeah.
full-size wands shoved down their throats. They're like holders of these wands.
Yeah,
And
this
then-
is why I don't think they've got gag reflexes of that.
Ben just quipped, and frogs don't have a gag reflex, do they? Just like out of nowhere. And I thought, we were just laughing nonstop for about 5 minutes.
It was
And Andy,
innocent and adorable.
and Andy the Wildflower said this deck feels like someone's very interesting, intimate relationship with a dragon.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, and the beastie's in the closet, I would say.
Ooh,
Yeah.
This is creepy. Which card does this look like to you?
That's like the 10 of Swords, isn't it?
the 9.
Or the 9 of Swords.
9 of Swords, yeah.
It's the 9 of Swords. Yeah, very nightmarish. I'm still looking for Richie.
Thank
I don't
you.
know where my adventure is, Jeffrey.
That's like me trying to put a
Yet.
contact lens in. That was that card.
Yeah, that one, exactly.
I
Yeah,
can't work on
contact lenses for 12 hours, and that was it. Never again.
This could be Richie because
Good.
of Long Man Tarot. It looks like a very long man to me.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Robin.
I mean, he's in that far horizon. He looks like he's got quite a long stride. He happens to be the King of Wands, but
Why have I got a turkey on my head?
And his arms are so long.
I don't know.
that is his head. That looks like something
It's
off
coming
Beetlejuice.
Is this like a Ganesh?
Yeah.
I can't make it out. It looks like
Gerald, Robin, this is no surprise to me. This is in your purgatory box, really.
well, I thought of this one, but I don't quite see Richie in this one.
Oh, it's got the,
Got the beard, but
Can't I be the Hierophant again? I like that one. The one that was
He's
the big
kinda
Saturday,
cute.
isn't it?
That'd be a good
This is-
Richie. It's cute.
that's the 4 of Cups.
No rectal exams here.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's like what you'd have as the promo for it. No rectal exams here.
But I love that what Kristen Louise says. She's snapping rubber gloves, rectal exams, odd nipples, and gag reflexes. I see how this deck is.
Yep.
Put
I
it next
see what's going on.
aside, come back to them. Sometimes you gain a new perspective. And I'm actually kind of loving the images as art, but not as a tarot deck. I don't think I can read with this, but the images are really intriguing psychologically.
I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face if I was doing a reading with it.
Look at the neck on that gal.
Wow.
I think it asks a lot more questions than answers.
Absolutely.
It takes you to a different place, Robin.
And
We need-
Aries girl Tarot Allison, this is her first time here, and she's like, y'all are hilarious.
Maybe if you dropped acid, you could read with this deck. I don't
Oh,
know.
I think that would. Oh no.
Oh no, that would be terrible. But I'm wondering, did the artist drop acid and then draw the deck?
Yes.
Because I can see that.
Yes.
Well,
Good. Pretty.
this is her attitude to that comment.
Is that the Empress? She looks pregnant.
Yeah.
No, the Ace of Pentacles.
These cards make no sense.
Well,
They
it's
don't make
interesting because the aces are a single person, right? They're a
Yeah.
single person instead of the object.
Well, yeah, the Ace of Wands had a feather coming out of her ass.
Oh, yeah. Remember that? Which ace was it where she was dancing naked in contorted fashion? Because here we have the Ace of Swords. It's a man doing the same thing. This is a party deck, I think.
See, I like the coloration of this deck. That is right up my alley. And yes, I'm weird and I own it. So
As long as you own it.
yeah.
Oh, what do you think of Temperance? It's not too bad. She's holding out her hand for whatever falls into it, I guess.
I would like your definition of not too bad, sir.
Well, what I mean is it's not offensive or
I want to know what you were on when you
it
bought this
doesn't
deck,
damage,
Robin.
damage my psyche. You know what I want to know? You know, the first person that popped up when I did a walkthrough of this and said, "Oh, I have that deck," you'll never guess who. Sandra.
Oh,
Can you imagine Sandra?
Sandra has it. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
can-
Yeah, it's
it's-
always the quiet one.
It's the quiet
Yeah.
ones. Does that deck come with a good guidebook?
Well, no.
Yeah. There's your answer. Well,
oh,
Yeah.
look at
That's
Chris.
what I mean.
Oh, look what he's doing. He's practicing the deck.
Kristen Louise says her
Frozen
husband
with
was
that.
acid and thought he was.
so we
a
went from
student.
4 fingers to Richie with and yeah. Wow.
Jane, what did you say about Kristen Louise?
Oh,
Yeah.
she said her
Oh my
husband.
God.
Anybody play the tuba?
Her husband thought it was a school bus when he did acid.
Wow.
How do you
So
think
the only drug that I ever did was not voluntarily. I was actually drugged at my senior party thing, the last party of the year. And I made it home because a friend of mine was able to drive and I made it home. This was over in Germany. And I sat in front of the television. My friend Kathy found me sitting in front of the television, laughing my ass off, and the TV was not on. Mhm. Yeah, I'm a bad one because I am horribly against drugs. Horribly.
But it must have been a great TV.
Yeah.
What
It was a
the?
great TV.
Oh.
Is that supposed to be Eve?
Looks like it.
Maybe.
She's having trouble with the snake on that
She
one.
can't get over that log, can she?
That looks like maybe a hanged one card, but it's
Probably.
the Eight of Swords. Well, that sort of works, I guess. She's bound up by that snake.
Yeah.
But it looks to me like resignation, which also, I suppose, could be the Eight of Swords.
Oh, Maruda said could be Lilith.
Mm.
See, I'd want a guidebook.
What do you think of the punam on this one?
Don't know where to start.
Ooh.
Well, that's me before are they holding a fan? Looks like they're holding a fan, and that's me like when I wake up and I've got I've gotten 2 hours of sleep and I've had no coffee.
No, he's not holding it. I think that's a scarf around him or a bad hairdo.
Oh,
No, he's just sort of, I don't know if he's holding anything. It's like the hands are kind of intertwined, kind of.
Donna said a crazed blueberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get so much entertainment out of this crazy deck.
What's the name of that deck again? And when are you sending it to me? With a whole bunch of other decks, we could fill.
It's the Gypsy Palace Tarot. We wish you an inspiring journey, it says. It's
Certainly that, isn't it?
Does it come with a
two creators, Nora Hushka, who has a website and a Hotmail email address, and Matthias Furch. Matthias Furch sounds like a name out of an Addams Family episode.
That's a good name.
Mhm.
I think you need to get them on and talk about the deck, Robin.
Well, after I told them, what I didn't like about it and had them in my purgatory box, I don't know.
Well,
if
and Kim Moon Whisper said, I have the first edition of this deck, no guidebook.
I think that's what mine is. It's signed. Ooh, she signed it on the edge of the box.
Oh.
Well, you put that in I'm going to mail this to Gerald someday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it says first edition, self-published in 2013.
Maruda said it's on Etsy.
Yeah.
Purchase responsibly, know your limits. Ben, stop looking.
I didn't think this was
I probably wouldn't even open it, Gerald.
I don't
Everybody
see.
wants that Jamie card as a poster. I just know it.
I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to use it as your text image.
Oh, fuck too, you are.
Some of these would make great images for a T-shirt, I think, maybe. And people would see you.
I mean, it'll bring a whole new light to back and forth with Jamie and Gerald, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, look, Jane is just doing this. She's got her lips pursed and she's going,
I need a palette cleaner after that deck.
Yeah.
well, and then Richie has got his teacher face on. It's
I
like,
know.
The mew of the mouth.
Must try harder.
Nice tagline.
Anyway, here.
Ken, did you get rid of your White Witch Tarot?
I did. Oh,
Okay.
is that the one that's 28 21? Yes, I did, Robin, actually. I got rid of that last week.
Well, I don't use mine much anymore, and I still have it, but this was my backup copy, so I'm getting rid of that. It's a weird deck, too.
It's a strange one.
Yeah, it's like both of these are like bad trips to the psychoanalyst. You can't even make it. It's too glossy. You can use a plus side is you can use it as a mirror.
but see that's something that frustrates me, and I don't know if creators think about this. Is when you have a really glossy deck, it's hard to show it on a live.
It is, yeah.
It
They're
really
hard to
is.
pull as well.
I do love this card. It's hard to see, probably. This is the Judgment card, and she has thought balloons coming out of her head.
Well, that looks like you on this live, Robin, and us at the top. We're the thought balloons, guys.
We're the
I have a palette cleanser. Here we go. This is, it says, drink from your own well and what? Water your own garden.
Oh, I have that deck. That's
Yeah,
lovely.
I love it. Do you like the deck?
Very much so.
Yeah. Hope is like a hummingbird. This is the into the lonely woods.
Yeah.
Anybody was
I have that in a bag that Zane made me.
Oh, really?
That's pretty.
It fits the book and everything.
It's such an adorable. I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, glossy decks disappoint me too.
Yeah.
Brian. It's like, ugh.
They disappoint me when they fly across the room when I try and bridge them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bridge over troubled cards.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a purgatory box nearby they can just grab a random deck out of and
Yeah.
want to share?
Hold on.
Ooh,
I love it.
I'm
It's
getting.
like-
Oh, a purgatory? I do.
we're making Robin high.
You are. I'm getting pit stains. Luckily, I'm wearing a navy blue shirt. And no one's going to see me anyway, but
Oops, I can't show that one.
Oh, is that the pointy boob one? I only
you can show anything.
have one deck that I'm sending to Richie.
Oh shoot, I can't do that one either.
So we should probably get it sometime in 2025.
I will show you. I'm going to find 2 cards that I just cannot stand from 2 separate decks if I have time. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But these are purgatory. I do not use these decks anymore because. But nobody take offense just because I don't use them. Oh, the card's right there. Okay, this card, I cannot use this deck because of this card. Creepy doll head.
Yeah.
The baby doll card.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's like
Creepy
baby doll
doll head.
heads.
That is
I can't do creepy doll heads.
no.
So this deck does not get used. I don't care that everybody on the planet like seems to use it.
I'm guessing you didn't see that card before you bought that deck.
I did, and had I would not have bought this deck.
Yeah.
But I bought it because it's like angel, and I'm like, oh, any deck that says angels, I'm getting it. But I have another one on here, Gerald. I won't say what I don't like about this card. What I told you. Probably up here.
Hi, Andrea 54 Hector.
Well, that sounds like do a 1040.
Hey, Miss Tarot D.
Hi, Miss Tarot D.
Oh, hi, Miss Tarot D.
Hey.
There's a lot of interesting cards in this deck, actually.
Do you want me to show my deck? Because I'm not going to show any cards.
Yeah, I'm going to show just this. Here, I found it.
Oh, look at that.
And you can come up with your own what I say about it, but I mean, somebody.
You're saying Jesus drinks too much, probably.
I think Jesus looks confused.
Oh.
He's like, and it's another one. He looks really confused. I can't use this deck because of that card.
I had that deck and I couldn't use it because of another card in there, which was, I can't remember the name of the figure. It was used on the cover of an album by a group called Nazareth.
Oh, yeah.
Guy with a big long beard, and it's like bright colors. And I constantly associate that card with, rock music. And it's just like, that was on an album cover. I can't use that.
I remember that album cover.
I do love, I think, is that by the same person that did the Golden Tarot? Is that by Cat Black? Because I do use that a lot. No. That's the one by the Influence of the Angels, right?
Yes.
Because I remember people saying, but I don't work with angels, or I don't do angels. And I said, well, it's not angels, actually. It's the influence of the angels.
Yeah, and it is artwork. I mean, it's all like this artwork. And there's some pretty cards, but it's just too much for this. It's not my style.
It's collaged, and there's an angel on every card, but they're not all prominent.
Yeah, like every single card. There's too shiny, but there's an angel right there.
Yeah.
There's the little angel right there.
Yeah.
It's like in the Everyday Enchantment, there's a sprite on every card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's it. Those are my purgatories. My 2 purgatories.
Richie.
I had to go downstairs into the vaults and unlock them. That was the problem.
Oh.
Wow.
Who'd you let out?
Well, is it? That one makes me
good
actually
Lord.
want to chuck up this one. I'm really sorry if it's anyone's favourites, but
You keep your purgatory box in the basement?
yeah, keep it away from people. Can hear their screams in the middle of the night. Let me out! Let me out!
I can totally see that.
Yeah. Hang on, going through it. Oh, this is the one I was looking for.
You brought the whole box up, people. See, this is how much you matter. You should like and subscribe because, you know, Richie
My
is.
purgatory box weighs 30 pounds. It's behind me.
Oh, yeah.
This one should never be released. In fact,
What is it?
It's called the Arcania. It's French. Creator. He's got a nice smile, bless him.
Bless him.
Is that when you bought it?
It was a Kickstarter. I must have been drunk at the time. Okay.
Oh, there's a good Kickstarters I've wanted to kick.
Oh, Kickstarters you've wanted to kick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not purchase drunk tarot cards.
Drunk, high, or otherwise impaired.
Yes, there you go.
Or in the middle of the night when you're really super sleepy. Done
Without
that.
your glasses, so you can't actually tell what you're buying. I've
Oh,
never done
Yeah.
that.
You and I have both done that.
Also buying a deck without watching a flip through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a pretty box. That's true.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, and you're like,
That's what he
It's
said.
kind of based on some game, and I, for life of me, don't know what. So here we go. So the cardstock is flimsy. It is very badly gilded with black. So prepare yourself. This is the full card.
Donna Riedler says Richie's box is in actual purgatory.
It is the natural.
That's the Fool card?
That is the full card.
Mm.
I don't get it.
Wow. I don't get it.
This is justice.
Nice rack.
Sometimes I feel like card creators just need to go back to card creating school.
Yeah. Where are we? It's just. Ooh, this is temperance. So it's kind of slightly Lord of the Ringsy. This is the devil. He's obviously tempted. Sorry, my camera's not set up to deep focus, but it's a really odd deck.
Yeah.
That looks like Joe Manganiello.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It is a good thing. It's a pretty card to look at.
And then
Aries Girl says, I don't purchase any decks without watching a flip through first, but that's just me being me. I'm the same way. I see a card or something, I have to see a full walkthrough before. And I don't care what the person says in the walkthrough, but I have to see those images before I jump on the buy button.
Yeah, they don't even need to say anything. Just look
That
at
looks
the
like a
image.
teenage Jesus.
it's a child, the Ace of Cups, this is.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
The beard?
No.
And
He just looks that way on the camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a setup here where we could have like a close-up of the cards in the middle of this of us all. Maybe StreamYard.
You can make them big.
Yeah, I guess I could. How do I do that?
I'm not showing any more of this deck anyway. It's making me feel ill.
Oh,
Oh, I could do it.
Okay.
That's what I could have
I'll
done.
show you this though, Pagan Lenormand.
Mm-hmm.
This one brings up fur balls, I tell you. Okay,
Fur
so
ball.
backs are nice. Backs are
That's
nice.
pretty.
Okay.
those are pretty. Yeah.
You know, and it's pretty standard Lenormand, and I
Oh.
thought, yeah, it's called the Pagan Lenormand. Yeah, lovely, nice.
Where's
And
the
then-
butt? Where's the big
and
butt?
then-
I'm waiting for the big butt too.
Is
Yeah.
it the butt card?
and so house, okay, they all kind of gone into a suburban house to go and do something. Is it like a Tupperware party that's going on? I don't really know, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's odd.
Bizarre. Oh, and then ship. So I was thinking we're going to have a nice... This is the ship card.
It's a cruise.
But it's
It's just really odd.
it's not thematic, that's for sure.
Riding horses. There's a phantom stork that's appeared by the edge of the sea.
Interesting.
I don't know what it's supposed to be saying. What's that? Garden?
Oh, I like the pink garden.
You can have it. I'll send it to you. We've got mice, but we've got a sandwich and a glass of Coke going on. And
Yeah.
it's just like a bit of a mashup, and then it's like Victorian kind of gorgeousness.
How did you discover this deck?
I was in London with Sandra, and I thought I needed it, and she didn't put me off, so she didn't
That's
tell me
not
not
wrong.
to buy it. And I
That's-
didn't have time to have a look through of a walkthrough.
Well,
As soon as I opened it, I've not even shuffled it. It's gone. It had to go.
And Donna Riedler said that kind of inconsistency would bug the crap out of me, Richie.
Oh, absolutely, Donna. It's just annoying. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, and then there are a few others, but not as. Oh yeah, there's this. Hang on, what's this one? Yeah, this is an odd one. So this is one that I got off Kickstarter. It's a very sweet deck, but it uses musicals.
Oh no.
But the artwork's really odd.
Whoops.
Hi, Gerald.
Oops.
Hi, Gerald.
hi,
Gerald.
You.
Morningstar.
Wait,
Morningstar asked a question. Have you ever collectively designed your own deck of cards? I have not. Robin has designed what, 3, 4?
4 or
decks?
5.
Richie has designed his
Wow.
own.
I have, but they're not for sale. They're for
Yeah.
me.
And Ben, you did a deck.
I started looking at one, but I haven't done anything with it since.
And
Richie,
Jane,
what
have
was
you?
that? No. I mean, I started one and I lost it. I lost everything. And when that happens, like I had a bunch of them. I had like 10, and they're gone. So what that tells me was they were not good, and somebody took them away.
That happened to Kristen Louise too. They all disappeared off her hard drive, and she had to start over from scratch.
Well,
Oh,
mine,
no.
I was drawing them all. I drew them all. I was drawing them, and they were drawn, and they were on. They were like on, like something, like they were on something like this, and they're gone. So
You
they're
think
gone.
they're somewhere in your house?
I think the cat ate them.
Oh,
Yes, Jesry reminded me that everybody's still waiting for my Oracle deck from
yes.
Silly Casual.
Well,
Yes,
you have the list.
I
Come
do
on,
have the
final's
list.
not made yet, Gerald. Come on.
I'm,
Fun one.
I'm gonna share really quick because I have to go. But so if anybody knows me, they know that I really admire and like Robert in Place a lot. I have every deck, blah blah blah. Every single one of his decks, except for one over there, which is a Lenormand, is in my Purgatory box. Every single one. Because I dislike them? No. Because I never, ever pick them up.
yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's because of how they shuffle and that they're so stiff and my hands can't do that,
Oh, yeah.
or what it is. But it's not for lack of liking or anything like that. It's just they are not used. I pulled 3 decks first. Oh, look at that. 3 decks first, but I can't show those on camera. So because I can't cause a little bit of controversy if I did that. So this was the safest one that I pulled out of the box. So this has been a blast.
Thanks for popping in, Jamie.
Be
Yeah.
good.
Go
Bye,
back to bed.
Bye.
Bye. When she goes, she goes.
And Gerald, when's your departure time? When does your plane arrive?
My plane is slightly delayed because it's windy outside, and I don't want to weed outside when it's windy because I am so light that the wind would just carry me off.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we were supposed to have 50-mile-an-hour winds here, but not at the moment. Maybe they're coming later. You'd hear my windows rattle.
Ms. Tarot D asked a question and said, let's see if I can find it.
Robin, I'm going to have to go in about 5 minutes as well, if that's
Me
okay.
too, Robin.
But I've loved this.
few
Thank
more
you for
minutes.
inviting me.
Well,
It's
I
been
can't
fun.
find Ms. Tarot D's comment. Okay.
You wanted to know what the what card we would be, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
card in the
Other
deck?
YouTube readers to represent the majors. Who would
Yeah.
each of you be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Ooh.
James the Hierophant.
And the only reason why is because I'm a life 5. So otherwise I'd be the high priestess.
Ooh. I think isn't that the premise of Pocket of Peers by Jamie Sawyer? They're people that others know through various online communities and things. So
Yeah.
So what are you then, Gerald?
I want to be the hermit, or I want to be the moon.
Oh, yeah.
I
What
love
about you,
being
Ben?
a hermit.
I don't know. The Fool, because I'd like to go through the whole lot. So I'd be going through all you lot. Like the journey, like, you know.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Richie?
Do you need to ask? I automatically thought the devil,
I was going to say the same thing.
but I'd quite fancy having a go at the tower.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. I like it.
My destructive forces going on. But no, the devil, I think.
Yeah. And Robin, what about you?
Well, in the majors, I'm somewhere between the Fool, the Magician, and the Hermit. If you kind of put them all in a blender, that'd be me. But my signature card is the 3 of Wands, which I relate to more than any other, and I've repeated that a number of times in chats and lives.
And yes, Morningstar, your life path determine your card. Tarot is numerology based. What's 11? 11 would be Justice, High Priestess, because you could also narrow it down from 2 to 1, from two digits to 1 digit.
Oh, I didn't.
Or it could be Strength, depending upon what deck you're using, right?
Did you guys do them by numbers? I did it more by personality or passions or whatever. I didn't do that.
You do you, Robin. It works.
You add your birth year and all the numbers together, and that gives you your card. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's from Mary Kay Greer.
I'll do the math while you guys chat on.
Yeah, so I'm either card number 14. What's 14?
Temperance.
Temperance.
So I'm
Are you
and the Hierophant.
Okay, yeah, Temperance, Hierophant. Yeah, because one is the lower number is your soul card, your soul lesson, and then the if you have 2, you don't always have 2. If you have 2, the higher number is your life path. This is what you need to learn this lifetime, but your soul path is in your case is the Hierophant.
Wow.
And I feel that too. I mean, I've
Yeah.
always felt very, I mean, I'm not religious in any way, but I feel very spiritual, and people should listen to me when I talk. No, I'm just joking. But, sometimes, every once in a while, I say something kind of good. So,
I love it.
and I have my key. I mean, I'm always about the key. And doesn't the Hierophant always have this key?
Yes.
Yes.
That's so true.
I always have my key, and I sleep with a key just like this one under my pillow.
Oh, nice.
I want to know what it opens, Jane.
It opens any door. It opens portals.
I
Like
love
in
it.
any portal. So if I'm astral traveling in my dreams, or
Yeah.
when I'm sleeping at night, the reason why I have a key under my thing is because if I want to, I can draw a door. I could draw one and then put the
Cool.
key in, and the key will open it. So
I love that.
yeah, so you and anybody can do this. And it's not a
Yeah.
secret. It's not something that I'm not the only person who does that. I might be the only person right here in this space that does that, but a lot of people do it.
And you've never had anybody answer from the other side of the door. I think you're at the wrong address.
Well,
I
she
might-
doesn't knock. She gets her key out. She sees the door. She wants to go in. She just gets her key out and opens it.
You're not my roommate.
Guys, I'm gonna have to dash, but
I'm gonna have to
I've
go as
really,
well.
I've really enjoyed this. Thanks for inviting me, Robin.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Good
Ben.
to see you,
and I'll
Ben.
see you all soon.
And Richie's
Bye,
going
guys.
to.
I've got to shoot off as well, but lovely to
Yeah.
spend time with you all. Thank you.
Bye, Richie.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, my card came up chariot, but I don't see myself as a chariot.
This is the chariot year.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So
that's my birth.
This would be your year, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
So things are moving. I just don't know which way they're moving, where they're going.
Well, and so when you think
I
about
have to take the reins.
yeah, well, and one of the things with it is when you think about that card, that major arcana card, or arcana, depending upon how you pronounce it, think of all of those associations are also with you as personality. So it's really interesting. It's fascinating.
I saw somebody say something about the chariot. And this is stupid. I don't even know why I said this, but they said something about it that made a whole lot of sense that I had never heard before. And I don't remember what it was. So why did I even say that? I'm so sorry. But
I was just going to help you out because you're open-minded and you listen to what other people say when they have a differing opinion to you. And suddenly that's the sign of a true Hierophant, actually.
Mm.
It really is, because Hierophants, they have rules and structures. They will adjust that based upon new information.
Mm.
So they're not stuck in stone. They are rule followers, except when they're not. And they like to buck the rules when they need to. But when Hierophants get new information, they adjust. They go with the flow. They have new information, so it makes a difference.
Yeah, I recently decided that I view the Hierophant now as a reader and a translator. So anybody who reads tarot cards is a Hierophant. And we get our information basically from the High Priestess and then translate it so that it's palatable for all of you out there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I like to think the magician has the tools, the High Priestess understands the tools. It's the Hierophant who creates the structures on successfully using those tools.
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
But
Yeah.
you have to go through the Empress and the Emperor in order to have that life experience with them.
Mm.
You know,
I can dig it.
for complicator.
I like it.
Yeah. And Jane, just to let you know, I have started shuffling the Shadowlands Tarot. Or the
Oh,
Shadowlands
good.
Tarot.
That'll be fun. I'm
Yes.
excited. We're going to use that on Tuesday. I need to set that up.
Tuesdays with Tarot Stash.
We're going to be doing,
Exclusively on Jane the Secret Tarot.
and we're going to be using Shadowland this week.
Yep.
Do you have Shadowland, Robin?
Do you have the Lenormand? The Shadowland Lenormand?
Me? No.
Yeah. I don't either. I heard, I think Debbie Aquarius Owl has it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is that are those indie or a mass market?
Mass.
Hmm.
Are they mass?
I think they started indie.
Yeah.
Mass now.
It wasn't for me, but I have noticed. You know, I'm the card curmudgeon, and I'm drawn to certain decks, but I'm finding more and more I'm drawn to not mass market decks, but indie decks or something less accessible or available. I don't know why that is. I think I'd like to have my own private secret treasure that not too many other people have. And it's like if everybody's got it or it's real popular, I feel like, well, I don't need to get it because they've all got it. They'll share their points of view on it.
Oh, Miss Tarot D, you're leaving? Okay.
Bye.
I wonder if that's why I don't like the light seers. I got the light seers because everybody had the light seers, and but I don't. That deck is not for me.
Well, and it doesn't have to be for you. And like I said, is I have the light seers, and I got it a couple of years after everybody had it because it was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And so enough of that fury and the franticness about it.
I didn't like it at first, and then it kind of grew on me, and I sort of thought, well, I'm being talked over into the buying realm. But there's one card I know, and I know anyway that I wouldn't use it. It's like if I had it, it's one that would sit on my shelves. But that was a case where there was one card in the deck that's no, I don't like that. And it was the strength card. It's and I have no trouble with anthropomorphic animals, but this was a woman morphing into a lion or vice versa.
She's halfway.
Half the face is lion and the other half. And for some reason, I just didn't like that card. So, but I do love some of the other. I love the devil in that deck.
Oh, the devil! I think the only reason why, and when I will use it for personal readings because I get feelings, and that's how I go to what deck I'm going to use for when I do personal readings. You know, what do you want to know? What's the interest? What's the question? And then because I keep some decks that I do not show on
Sure.
on the internet, but I use them in personal readings. I don't know why. It's like I like to keep the energy separate, but I lost myself. But I will use but I love the devil card when somebody's having a devilly issue, and I can tell that they got a lot going on in their head and they're thinking those stinking thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I will get out the devil card from the light seers and show them that card. I'll say, see this? This is what's going on with you. Somebody's got it's pulling your strings. That's what I like about it. A lot of string pulling there.
And Brian, Blushing Nerd Tarot, said, I never find myself reaching for light seers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
So I do reach for it. I do use it.
Maruta just mentioned her first used decks. Do you guys buy a lot of used decks or ever buy used decks?
I do when I see them.
Somebody bought me some from Goodwill. And
how do you feel about receiving decks as gifts that you hadn't expressed any prior interest in, or did you?
I'm just grateful that people think about me. Like they see a tarot deck and they're like, ooh, Jane might like this. And it's like $1 anyways. You know, I don't want people going out and spending a whole bunch of money on me. But she had literally bought these 2 decks for $1 each. And she sent them to me. And I thought, well, that is so sweet because she thought about me. And here it is right here. This is why she thought. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, it's right here. This is it. The manga, because I'm into anime.
Oh,
and so she bought me an anime deck. And there's like one card in this deck. Like I don't use it very often because it's very, you know, anime-ish, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So not a lot of people would like it, but I love this card right here. Look at this 10 of wands.
Yeah.
I love the way she's carrying the wands and she's using one of the wands as a walking stick.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, so it's not like it's a burden. It's like she's collected these things and she's using that to help her walk. So, I mean, these are fun little cards. I do enjoy them, and I just when I received them, I just and they didn't come with a book or anything, but they're just rider weight based anyway. But I I just put them in salt and put a selenite on them and smudged them.
Yeah. Robin Morningstar said every deck is numerology based, so illustration is irrelevant. The number is what's important. That's part of how you approach it, too. You don't necessarily need the image.
Mm.
So
That's when I finally realized that's like I used to not like pip decks at all. Like I couldn't use a pip deck. But now some of my favorite decks are pip decks.
yeah.
I wonder how she'd work with the Gypsy Palace Tarot then, because you could work with that by the numbers, but the images are so distracting. I don't know if it would cause problems. I noticed Brian. You said Brian Blushing Nerd, or is that his name?
Blushing Nerd Tarot.
But he'd purchased some vintage RWS decks that were used, and I wondered when he said that whether he means Pixie illustrations or whether he means RWS vintage type decks, or what do you call it, system.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm more intrigued by that. I've seen so many Pixie ones, different variants, and I must have at least a dozen myself. But I'm curious about out of print or hard to find RWS system decks. They're always intriguing if it's not something I've seen before.
Yeah.
I still have my deck from 1984 that I've used since 1984.
I've been recently seeing a lot of decks from the 90s that were very creative and interesting that are out of print and you never hear very much about.
Right.
Mine's just the Marie Hansen or the
Mary
Hansen.
Mary Hansen Roberts, yeah.
Hansen Roberts, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the deck I started out with.
Mm.
Well, I was watching a video yesterday by what's his name from Belgium? Oh, can't think of his name.
Masculine intuitive readings.
Yes,
Levi,
exactly. He did a walkthrough, sort of the tarot book from oh God, I can't even think of the publisher, but it's a big picture book of tarot cards, and I found it really fascinating because it can introduce you to a lot of different obscure decks, but it also included art inspired by the tarot by artists that weren't really meant to be a complete deck or never evolved into a complete deck. And I still find that interesting, but he was really disappointed because I think he wanted it or expected the book to be a catalog of hard to find decks, and that's not really. Taschen is the publisher, so they do nice art books, and I have that book, and it's beautiful, and there's a lot of stylized decks in there from the 90s or the 80s that fascinate me, and I can understand the frustration at discovering a new deck that's out of print or scarce or you can't find it, but I don't know. The idea to expect it to be a catalog that you could pull decks out from or find on eBay, I don't know.
I don't think I'd be a full deck.
Yeah, but what card would be missing?
The Magician, of course.
Oh, well, that's true. You are missing.
I mean, that's just my story. My Magician is gone.
Jane, you might be shy of a full deck, but I think you're more than one deck. I think you're a combine of a couple or several decks. Even if a card or two might be missing, there are other cards in there that supplement or go beyond the number of cards in a regular deck.
Thank you.
Aw.
You're so
Aw.
sweet.
Lisa
You're
said,
the one. Oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I was just going to say, in fact, you're the one that kind of introduced me to the idea of combining decks.
Oh, well, that was your deck. And
Yeah, but I had never even considered the idea until you'd mentioned it, or
Yeah.
either in the deck or pairing decks or whatever. I guess that's more I saw in from Candy, but still, yeah.
yeah, that's where I got this deck. I saw Candy doing this deck, and I'm like, I have to get it, and I just absolutely love it because I was using the Reclaim Oracle for emotional stuff and things like that, and it's pretty. And I love the Reclaim Oracle. It's really great for that. But this one is just a little more gentle.
Yeah. Lisa Niedermeyer said that she had heard that you're supposed to cleanse every deck that you get, regardless of where you get it. And I am a firm believer that if you want to cleanse a deck, then cleanse a deck. If you need to cleanse it multiple times, cleanse it multiple times. If you don't need to cleanse it, don't cleanse it. But, I think everything, for me, everybody, the deck collects energy.
Yeah.
I don't do that with things right out of shrink wrap, because for me the energy, it would be off the assembly line. But if it's got another human being directly connected to handling it, like a used deck, then I'm more prone to want to cleanse it.
Yeah.
Well, I generally put my brand new decks in a any kind of deck that I get. I put them in a bag with a little thing of selenite and whatever other energy I want to put in there with crystals, and I sleep with them. I sleep with my decks. My husband is not jealous.
That's nice. But is he jealous of the key under your desk, under your pillow? No? Okay.
And well, I mean, because I always sleep with the angels under my pillow too.
Yeah.
I sleep with my bed. It's a good thing we have a huge bed because I sleep with so much stuff. I sleep with crystals, cards. I sleep with and
I sleep in a single or twin bed, and I only use half of that. And the other half, I have 3 trays high filled with tarot decks. So it's like they're not under my pillow, but they're right next to me like a sleeping companion, 3 stories deep. It's like I've got an apartment building of tarot decks in my bed with me.
I do that when I go and stay at my mom's house, but it's not a twin bed; it's a full size, and I just put all my crystals and my decks on one side of the bed, and then I sleep on the other side, and then I'm ready to go. I don't know why I do that, but I figure why. I have nowhere else to put it. My mom has so much stuff, you guys.
How much stuff does she have?
So much stuff. So much.
I've also got a bag of crystals next to my bed. Now that I think of it, I wonder if the crystals and the decks in the night are all fighting with each other, like, I have more power than you, or I'm going to do this. I'm being used tomorrow. You just take the back seat, please.
There's a story in that, Robin.
Oh, that's why the cats hid my deck. Lisa. Yeah, I think I don't know what happened, but anyway, I need to get going too. I have not had my toast this morning, and it's almost 1 o'clock, and I haven't had any food.
Yeah.
I
have soup in the oven, so warming up, so heating up. But I have a Dutch oven, so I cook it in the oven.
Oh, I'm thinking the oven, not a
Dutch oven. Yeah.
Not a.
Well, it's in a Dutch oven in the oven, so I'm baking the soup because it still gets warm. All it has to do is get heat.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful idea. I'm glad that you mentioned that while I was here.
Soup.
Right. Bye, you guys. Thank you. This was fun.
Bye, Jane. See you Tuesday.
All righty. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Well, Robin, this is
and
fun.
then
Thank you.
Do we want to part with a little reading, maybe, or something? I won't even.
I don't know. Do people in the chat want a reading? Want a general reading for the collective? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I'm not even going that far. I just thought we'd each pull a card and see what they say or what we think. Maybe there's a message in there, maybe not, or maybe I'm going to try that weird deck. Not the one you want, but the one you don't want. The gentle thrills. We'll see if we can get a gentle thrill.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll be right back. I'm going to check something.
Check your soup. You don't want it to bubble over. Bubble, bubble. Toil and trouble. I'm shuffling my gentle thrill cards. See if they are a gentle thrill for anyone. I'll be thrilled if I can actually find meaning in here. Oh, it feels like Sunday to me. I don't know why. Maybe just because it's kind of gray and dreary out. Oh, no rain, but it is kind of cloudy. I'm going to have to check on the wind and the temp. Let's see what's going on. Morning Star on platform 9 3/4. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Yes. Did your soup bubble over?
No, it has not, and it's actually going very well. So it's a bean soup. So
Morning Star says Dutch oven involves blankets and gas. I think.
Oh, that's true. I have heard of that.
Pamela Batchelor wants a general reading for the chat. So, okie doke. Let's see what we got. I'm going to just pull a random card out of the middle of the deck, which I never do.
I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to mute myself while I shuffle.
It's the problem card in this deck. Let me know when you're ready.
You're just pulling one card?
Yeah, just one. I kind of want to see how they pair up, and we can flip them around or see what stories can we pull out of this pairing.
Okay.
If I'm starting, I want to tell you, I drew the card that's the problem card in this deck, which I forgot to mention. Even though all the cards are problematic for reading, they didn't change any of the names except the pages are princesses.
Mm-hmm.
In this deck, I don't mind that. The others are still knights, queens, kings, so we don't have princes. But the only other card they changed was in the major arcana, and they changed the hanged man, not to the hanged woman or the hanged one, but the traitor.
Oh.
And I have heard historical decks on occasion refer to that card as the traitor, but it's like 1 out of 100. It's never used. I don't know why they did that here, but it's a weird card too. It's this stockinged woman with garters and heels being hanged up in a ribbon, And
that's number 12. Morningstar wants the number. It's the number 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't say anything about this until I see your card because I'm interested in.
I got the 10 of Pentacles out of the Light Seers.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that card, even though I've seen that deck so many times.
Yeah,
Huh.
I enjoy this card.
Oh. Well, my impression of my card is don't jump to conclusions about what you think.
Mm-hmm.
It's I generally look at this at the try different perspective card, but for some reason at this point it just jumped into my head like what you see may not be what you get, which I guess is sort of similar to try a new perspective. And I may have more to say, but we want to talk about yours or either.
And I think with that is the 10 of Pentacles is for me it's remember your heritage, remember what made you who you are. So remember that, because very much this when the 10 of Pentacles comes up, it's the it is very much because we have Tree of Life here, and so you could relate the Tree of Life, those connections, to the fishnet stockings a little bit. So
did you use the phrase "remember who you are"?
Remember who you are. Remember how you came to be who you are.
Okay. Well, it's funny because now my card makes me think of drag and the family that may not accept you as you are, and getting hung up on that. Or it doesn't have to be drag. It could just be your family may not be happy with you being yourself, or has different expectations on what they would like to see you be. And just to remember that it's your life, it's not theirs. No matter how much you value your family, you're the one that has to live with it. So yeah, don't ignore them, but don't live by what they have to say either.
Well, and I would counter that by saying perhaps what in your hanged or the traitor, perhaps what you are struggling with is only in your mind, because the 10 of Pentacles, they don't care who you are part of the family. They accept you as you are.
Yeah, maybe it's introspection, self-reflection, that you're not what you think is expected of you. You're being a traitor to what expectations are of you, but maybe they aren't expected of you. It's all in your head.
Right. And that's the thing, that a lot of times when people come out of the closet, they worry about what people's reactions, and those reactions may not be what happens. It's running the worst case scenario a lot of times.
This also makes me think not so much of family, but let's say extended family. I'm looking at this and I think, how many of us put on a false face in public or modify our behavior because we want to fit in or want to be loved and appreciated and embraced by a larger family or the neighborhood, your co-workers, anybody around you in general. Everybody wants to be loved and wants to be popular, and why are we this could almost be the judgment card. Why do we do that? Why do we put ourselves in these boxes that aren't our real selves? Like they say, when you go on a date, be yourself. Don't put on a false face. People will love you more for who you really are.
I like what Donna said. Don't betray yourself just to fit into other people's idea of what's ideal.
Yeah.
What mask should I put on today? Certainly could be. Yeah.
Well, if you're putting on stockings like these, you're probably not going to show that mask unless you lift your skirts.
Or unless it's a really short shirt or skirt.
Yeah. You're wearing hot pants. Hot pants with garters. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Well, I think that's sort of intriguing. You get anything different if the cards are order of the cards are switched, the family first and the trader second?
Well, I think, again, I still feel this idea of belonging to a family, knowing who you are. And sometimes that family can support you while that family, if you're not careful, you could end up being the traitor of the family.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, in this direction, it makes me feel like moving away from the family, or moving away from the group mind or whatever. So like venturing out, maybe trying your own thing. And is that being traitorous, or is that being true to yourself? I guess it depends on your perspective.
It really does. Yep. Robin, this has been wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining for
Yeah.
Impromptu Live.
Thank you for being here today, and all the people in the chat and all the people that joined us on camera. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if it was April Fools or not, but there was a bit of foolhardiness, tomfoolery. That's the word I was looking for.
Tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery. That could be a drag king. So I'm going to let everybody go to enjoy the rest of their weekend. Have a great one. And see you next time. Keep an eye on that screen, because you never know when I might pop up with an impromptu like I did today. I don't give too much warning. Don't spend all your time on Tarot Tube, but keep one eye open.
There you go. Bye.